Yes, good afternoon, class. Yes, you are fine. Oh, you are lunch. Very nice. Yeah, watu walishiba ama mulinama? Eh? Yeah, but I hope even if you inama, there is something in the stomach even more. Sindio? Yeah. Yes. So welcome to this class of day 26. Now I just want to confirm who is absent. So class rep, you will just sign this attendance. So at the end of the lesson, you know who is absent. So, yeah. Now, so for this lesson, it is a special kind of a lesson because there's a video recording. And you are supposed to sign a consent that you accept to be recorded. Okay? Yeah. So you sign that form. Now, so in today's lesson, we are beginning a new topic, and that is food and water microbiology. Yes, and the date of the day is the 26th May 2025. Yeah, so that is our topic. Now, and then at the end of the lesson, we are expected to achieve these objectives. So you have one objective. That major objective will be the sources of water. Sources of water. Sources of water. So most of the time we have water as one of the essential for our lives, yeah, for all the living organisms, even the animals, the human beings, the plants. It is very essential for life. Are we together? That is why I say, even if you didn't have food, at least you drink some water. That's all. Yeah. Now, so whenever we say water, it is the color of water. You ask your neighbor, what is the color of water? Just ask your neighbor. If your neighbor doesn't know the color of water, you can pinch him or her on the nose. Yes, you can have some of the points. Yes, anyone? Yes, the color of water is colorless. What about the taste? Anyone? Yes, it is tasteless. So that is the color and the taste of water. Now this water normally comes from somewhere. So for 1 minute I want you to think or figure out the water that you use to bathe. The water either you use in bathing or you use for drinking. Where was it coming from? So I want you individually you think first of all. You write several areas where you think it is a source of water. Then you can share with your neighbor. You can take 1 minute thinking and writing down those different sources. Then you share with your neighbor. So you think of the water that you use for drinking, or the water that you use for bathing, or the water that you use for washing the clothes. So you think first of all before you share to your neighbor. And if you see your neighbor is not cooperating, you can stand up and walk around. You select a different neighbor. Yes, of your own choice. You can see someone thinking seriously. Did you wait today morning? But some of us didn't wait. There's no water. Yes? But maybe one time you will wait, even if you didn't wait today. Yeah? Yes, can you share with your neighbor different sources of water? These different sources of water. Yes, have you shared? Yes, let me get some responses. I want two responses from this row and two responses from the other row. Let's have one. Yes. Yes. Rainwater. Yes. Class, do you agree rainwater is a source of water? Yes. Any other response? Yes. Yes, underground water. Also, underground water is a source of water. So, yes. Yes, we have springs. Are we all in agreement? Yes. Any other? Yes. Yes, make some points. Now, so those are the different sources of water. And sometimes, do the water coming from these sources, are they all safe for drinking? No, because they can contain some contaminants. Right? Yes. Now, for these sources of water, they have been classified into three major sources. Now, and these three major sources of water, we have three major categories. The first category is the natural sources of water. We have natural sources. That is the first one. The second category, we have the artificial sources. And lastly, we have the logical sources. So before we have some of the activities here, let me just give an overview of these different sources. Now for the natural sources of water, these are the water which we can get in nature. They have been created by God. So it doesn't involve any man-made skills for the development of this water. So that is the natural sources. So those are that you can find in nature are examples of the natural sources. Are you together? Yes. Even if, I know some of you can now figure out some of the areas that give me they were the natural sources. Then we have the artificial sources. The artificial sources, these are the ones which are man-made. Man-made sources. So this involves the engineering activities where you find that the man is trying to modify this water to suit the purpose of this water. Together. Yes. So for example, the drinking water, the man can treat the water to ensure that it is free from the microbes and other contaminants so that it can be safe for drinking. And also we can have the artificial sources where man is modifying this water to suit the purpose of that water, maybe in agriculture. For example, when you want to study the sea organisms, yes, coming, yes, coming, and you have the seeds, you can have it back there. So, for example, the sea organisms, the sea environment, we have some of the conditions. Together. Yes. Who can tell me the conditions in the sea? The water there, is it salty or fresh? Salty. Are we together? Or you can say saline. So that is how the man can modify these different water to suit their purpose, and that is under the artificial sources. Then the last source we have the biological sources. Now these biological sources, these are the ones which are found inside the living organism, inside the cells of the living organisms. Together. So now, at the course of your study, we have discussed different living organisms, which can include what and what? Yes, plants. Any other? Yes, animals. Yeah, so those are the different living organisms. So these living organisms, they have the cells. And these cells, they can have water. Now, the biological sources, they can be classified into two categories again. We have the extracellular and we have the intracellular. Now, before I give the insight of this extracellular and intracellular, I want individually to think on the difference between extracellular and intracellular before you share with your neighbor. So individually think the difference So I want you to give me the difference between intracellular and extracellular. So you can write it down. The difference between intracellular and extracellular. The intracellular and extracellular. Intracellular. I'm seeing before writing the correct answers. Intracellular and extracellular. Now you can check with your neighbor the difference between the intracellular and extracellular. You are allowed to stand up and walk around. Yes, are you done? Not yet. I'm adding that seconds. 30 seconds. Now I need at least 2 people to give me the difference between extracellular and intracellular. Anyone? Yes?
Extracellular are water contained outside the cell, while intracellular are water contained inside the cell.
Yes. So extracellular are those ones which are contained outside the cells. What about the intracellular? Those ones which are found inside the cell. So in these two major categories, the extracellular and the intracellular, the water that is contained inside the cells are under intracellular category. Then those ones which are found outside the cell, for example, the blood plasma, they are the extracellular. Are you together? Yes. Now, with me, I have some of the cards here. I want to give it to different groups of either 2 or 3. Now, in those cards, we have different sources. You can drink, huh? Now, in those cards, we have different sources, the general sources. So, I'm expecting you categorize those different sources. Either they are natural, artificial, or biological source. Altogether. Yes. Use the back of that card in indicating the classification of those ones. So, at least this group I've given them 3 categories. So, you can categorize those sources. Now, and you can justify. So, then I will need you to justify why is it that it is a natural source. Let me give an example. If it is a water bottle, water, that is it is an artificial source. Right? Yes. So it equal under category of artificial source. Now the justification will be because it has been modified by the man to suit the purpose of what? Drinking. Yes. So I'm giving you 5 minutes. So you classify and you give a reason for the classification. And also I want you to state if it is that water is it safe for drinking or not. So, and you will nominate someone from your group that will present the responses. Just nominate someone from your group who will present the responses. You nominated it. And you also indicate him that source of water. So the water that you got from those sources, are they safe for drinking or not? You are allowed to consult another group. Okay? Yes, it is not necessarily within your group, you can consult a different group. Yes, you are allowed to consult a different group, it's not necessarily within your group. As a group, you can move to a different group and you consult. Yes, you can consult a different group. I'm trying to see what you are doing. Yes, we have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes to conclude. We have 2 minutes to. We have 2 minutes to conclude. Yes, I hope every group has done their work. Is there any group which requires an additional time? No. Now, the next activity is the presentation. So I hope every group have nominated someone to present their points. Yes, where will we start? Do we start from the right or the left? Left. Yes, we can start from the left. Who will present for us? Yes, welcome.
Good afternoon. For us to have three sources of water, river, dam, and lake.
So for river is a natural source because it was formed naturally. It is not safe for drinking because it contains microbial substances. Dam is an artificial source because it has been modified by man to suit many roles. It is not safe for drinking because it contains diverse communities of microbials. The lake is a natural source because it was found by nature, and it is not safe for drinking because it contains microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi.
Yes. Now I want us to use this method of clapping. Yes. Tengeneza flowers. Yes, tengeneza flowers. Yes. Clap. Yeah, another one. Yes, thank you. Yes, the second group. Yes. Welcome.
Yes, tumepewa river water, swamp na dam. River ni natural na ni safe for drinking. Swamp ni natural, it's not safe for drinking. Dam ni artificial, not safe for drinking.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, which one will you use for clapping, for appreciating her? You can just clap the entire side. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Next group. Yes, welcome.
So our side were given the lake, ocean, and the hot springs. So like the lake is a natural source of water and it's not safe for drinking because it contains microorganisms. And ocean is also a natural source of water, not safe for drinking. Hot spring is also a natural source of water and it's not safe for drinking.
Yes. The next group.
Good afternoon. We have desalinated seawater. According to me, desalinated seawater is the water that has been desalinated to remove salt, so that is artificial and it is safe for drinking. And water treatment plant, that is a artificial source of water, is it?
Yeah.
And we have pond, that is man-made, and it is an artificial source of water.
Yes, let's clap for him. Thank you.
Good afternoon. In general, then they are natural water and not safe for them because it contains bacteria and microbes.
Last group.
For our group, we were given stream, spring, and deep well. For deep well, it is a natural source because it is water stored beneath Earth's surface and can contain some communities of microorganisms. So that means it's not safe for drinking. We have spring, which is a natural source. It is a discharge point where groundwater emerges from the surface. So some spring may provide a high quality water, while others may require treatment to meet safety standards. Then you have stream, which is a natural source. The water may contain microbial communities of organisms. That means it's not safe for drinking.
Now, very well. Now, if you have seen those different sources that I've given you, most of them we have natural, and most of these natural sources they are not safe for one, in one way or the other. They can contain microorganisms, and also they can contain other impurities. Now, in our case, they contain mostly the microorganisms that will require to be removed so that to be safe for drinking. Together. Now, after you have acted upon these natural sources to get a drinking water, that water will change to the artificial water together. For example, the water that has been put into a bottle, that is an artificial water because it has been modified to suit the purpose of what? Drinking. Are you together?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that will tell us, and that will guide us to our next topic where we cover the water treatment process and the water sampling. Now, because most of these water are not suitable for the domestic use like drinking, and some of them they may require to be supplemented with the nutrients so that it can suit different purposes. Are you together?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and that is so that is for the different sources of water that we have covered. Now, the next thing is I want individually to write something. We are using around 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Find a blank page. Blank page. So the purpose of classifying these sources is to appreciate, first of all, where we are getting this water together, and to appreciate the purpose of treating water in microbiology and the study of microbiology in applied biology. Together. So in that blank page, I just want you to write anything that you have learned in today's lesson. Write anything that you have learned in today's lesson. This is 2 minutes. Write anything that you have learned in today's lesson. In addition to that, you can also write any question that you have during the next lesson. Any pending question, anything that you have learned in today's lesson. Anything that you have learned in today's lesson. So we are using 2 minutes for that. Like anything that you have learned in today's lesson. Just write anything. Yes. Now, so I want at least 2 people to tell us what they have learned in this lesson. And let me start from the class level. Just want you to tell us what you have learned. Anything. 1 or 2. Yes.
Then the main objective was about the source of water. We have get that some of water come from the rain, tap, springs, and wells.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes.
We also learned the sources of water, that is natural sources, artificial, and biological. Under biological sources, we learned extracellular water and intracellular. We also say that the extracellular water is the water outside the cells, and intracellular is water inside the cells.
Yes, thank you. Clap for her. Yeah. So, and that is all about today's lesson. So, I want you to write this question. That will be your assignment. That will be your assignment. List 5 examples. List 5 examples. List 5 examples of artificial sources of water. List 5 examples of artificial sources of water. So that is the assignment that we will be expecting to be done before the next lesson. Now in our next class we will cover the the next topic, and that is water sampling and the water treatment process. So thank you and have a nice day.